Hey, dude. It is so nice seeing you again, dude. It has been quite a while. Thank you for coming in. I really appreciate seeing you. I hope this makes sense to you again. Our quick recap is going to be nothing more than saying a C major goes to a D minor. The D minor looks exactly like the F major, except we drop down that third finger for the lower note. When we go and play a D minor into secondary fingering, we could scoot it up to the fourth fret and then third fret, fourth fret, and then put down our first finger, either just here or the whole thing for an E minor, or just play the old traditional E minor, you know. I'd tell you to start playing the E minor in your secondary fingering, so a little bit transition from like an F to an E minor gets a little easier. Our major fourth is that F major. Our G major, of course, you can go from this F major to the secondary finger G major so much quicker. F major, G major, or just use the fingering that you already know. The A minor we have right here is great because if we look at it from being this, like the F shape right here, and moving that from the F major here to this quadrant and moving it up, we can play the two bookends here on the 5 and get an A minor. When we move it down, it's an A flat minor, then a G minor, and you can see those notes as being the G minor. Except for in a G minor, we can have that open G. Well, if we close that G and put down our finger here, same difference, because the note we put it on happens to be the flat, the third, the minor third in the key of G. So, the chord review that we're going to be doing has the C major, the D minor, the E minor, no matter which way you want to do it in, but I wanted to show you that the C major can be played by barring the whole third fret and playing an A shape. When we do this A shape, it just moves them up. A sharp or B flat, B, C, C sharp, D sharp, E, all the way. Keep going. And then we have a D minor. If we go to the 5th fret, bar up the top 3 notes, skip a fret and a finger, and play the 7th fret at the G, high G string near your nose, you get a D minor. Ooh-wee. It's an inversion. Thusly, if we go up a whole step, that's an E minor, just like our E minor, so on and so forth. Our F major, when we bar the 5th fret and then go up a minor third, a full spider exercise, 5, 6, 7, 8, leave our pinky there and keep that bar, we get an F major. Ta-da! G major, same thing. That F major can be scooted all the way up to the 7th fret, play 7th fret all the way up to the 10th. That becomes our G. Here's our G major, and you could also play a G major as an F, just barring the 2nd chord. When we go to the A minor, already aforementioned, we've got our B diminished. You know it as a G7, G major 7, G dominant 7, or G7, we call it a B diminished as well. Those notes are a B, beep, boop, boop, a B, F, and a D. If I say them in order, it would be a BDF. And that gives us a diminished. So if I play it here, I've got a B, a D, and then a F all the way up top. Fitting enough, if you bar the 3rd chord, play these like that, you get an E7. It's just not an E7 there, but it's the fingerings. E7, E sharp 7, or F7, F sharp 7, G7. Ta-da! So these chords you're learning, they're just inversions of what you already do know. C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. My challenge for you for this week is to do the same thing on a piece of paper. Squeak, squeak. If C major is your 1, D minor is your 2, E minor is your 3, F major is your 4, G major is your 5, A minor is your 6, and B diminished is your 7. I would like for you to do that in the key of G. You know as well as I do that G only has 1 sharp, and that sharp, come hither, is the F sharp. We put a little diminished sign on here just like every other one, and what we do is we look at these chords as being the same. The 1, the 4, and the 5 are majors. The 2, 3, and the 6, as you know, are minors. And then your minor 7th is a diminished. It just changes because you flatten the 3rd as well. What do we always say? 1 3 5, 1 flat 3 5, and then 1 flat 3 flat 5. That gives us the chords we're working with right now. Thusly, when we have G, A, B, C, D, E, and F sharp, we can spell our chords using that spelling. So I would like you on this thing to find those. I will play the tones so you can match them. G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp diminished is a D7. And it resolves back to the 1. Try and work that out this week, and all the while next week what we're going to be talking about is how to take these things and then manipulate those basic triads so we could get something like idea is being able to move melodically on this stems from do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. When we realize that do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do is in every single key, we could use that solfège to move across all these different extremes and to play all these awesome melodies, whether you know it or not, are stuck inside of your brain. So next time we see each other, which I do believe is going to be this Monday at 9 o'clock, it would be really cool if you just tab through G major, A major, B minor, C major, D minor, E minor, F diminished, and G. Because we're going to do exactly what we talked about today in the key of C major, but in G. If we practice today, C, D minor, E minor shares a measure with F back to C. We can also move that to G. G major, A minor, B minor. What comes after B minor? C, back to G. It's really great seeing you. I'm so glad we get to spend time before you go back to Germany. And if you have any questions, put them in the comment section below and check out the channel. There's probably, I don't know, 400 or 500 new videos since you last looked. Aloha.